First of all, I want to say habari gani. For those of you who don't understand Swahili, habari gani means what's up. And if you don't know what's up at this time, then you have not been paying attention. My name is Watani Steiner, and just 2 years ago, I was a California state prisoner serving a life sentence. In 1969, I was convicted of a crime I did not commit. 5 years later, I escaped from San Quentin State Prison and fled the country to South America, where I lived for 20 years. Now, the only reason I came back is because I feared for my wife and my children, because they had a military coup in the Civil War in the country that I fled to. Of course, when I came back, they were still mad at me for leaving without permission. So they kept me another 21 years. So I just got out now under the old folks' pressure that was put on the prison to release the elderly prisoners. I just want to say that when I left the country and San Quentin in 1974, the prison population in the state of California was less than 25,000. When I came back, it was over 150,000. Now, there was only 6 prisons in the state of California in 1974. When I came back, there was 33. So that tells you how the prison system has crippled and robbed our communities of our elders, of our fathers, of our mothers. And something has to be done. And the only one who can do it is us. Brother Asimas shared a very insightful piece, historical piece that I don't want to try to go around that and speak that. So what I want to do is just to welcome everyone here from all walks of life. So I want you to listen. This is a canticle form, an intentional community in the East Bay in Oakland. And I want to use it to welcome all of you here. So pay attention. What I want you to do is that, because this is a great day to resist. It's a great day to say no more.
No more.
No more.
It's a great day to do great things. This is California Prison Focus, because I work for California Prison Focus to try to end the whole solitary confinement issues. I was a part of that. And I just want to read this here on behalf of California Prison Focus and to welcome everyone here. Now, when I say, you say welcome. Again, when I say, you say, I want everyone to say welcome. Okay. When I say, no, you say welcome. When I say,
Welcome.
okay, let me go with this here.
Don't laugh.
Okay. We want to welcome people of all parts of the continuum of gender identity and expression: lesbian, gay, bisexual, heterosexual, transgender, queer folks, the sexually active and the celibate, and everyone for whom those labels don't apply. We say,
welcome!
People of African descent, of Asian descent, of European descent, of First Nation descent, in this land and abroad, and people of mixed and multiple descent, and all of the languages spoken here, we say, welcome! Your bodies and bodies of all shapes and sizes, of all abilities and challenges, those living with a chronic medical condition, visible or invisible, people of all ages, we say, welcome! People who identify as activists and those who don't. Mystic, believers, non-believers, seekers of all kinds, those who practice the old ways, all ancient earth-honoring traditions, and people of all faith, tradition, and expressions, we say, welcome! Your emotions, your joy, your fear, your grief, your contentment, your disappointment, your surprise, your outrage, your anger, and all else that flows through you, we say, welcome! Your families, genetic and otherwise, those dear to us who have have died. All those who support us to be here, our ancestors and the future ones, the ancestors who live on this land, in this place, the proud and prosperous Muwekma, all one tribe living on this land where they were born. We say, welcome. We welcome all the plants, the green beans, the grasses and herbs, the flowers and cacti and shrubs and all the trees from all places, oak, redwood and pine, cedar and willow, cypress and yew, the trees from the rainforest and swamps, the river bottoms and deserts, and also your wonderful companion, the mushrooms. The fungi that hold your soil and decompose your bodies to enrich earth. We say, welcome. All non-material beings of this place and all places, being of the wind, the forest, the desert, the oceans, as well as all of particular places, whether it is still intact and wild or domesticated and paved over. We invoke you by the names the people native to this land gave you and the names by which you know yourself. We say, welcome. All beings that inhabit earth, human or otherwise, the two-legged, the four-legged, those winged and finned, feather and furred, those that walk, fly and crawl above the ground and below in air and water, we say, welcome. We must struggle for racial and social justice. Thank you.
So up next, I want to bring up Otto, did I say that right? Otto Walker, who's a local San Jose resident and comedian who has experienced firsthand effects of the unjust bail system.
Nice t-shirt.
How's everybody doing? Just so that you guys know quickly what I've experienced is a very simple thing. What I experienced people not listening to me. I was involved in an incident where a parking compliance officer felt like it was important to make sure I couldn't make a left turn by throwing his flashlight at me. That escalated to me getting beat up by 6 cops, thrown in jail for 5 days, false charges, facing 10 years in prison because I complained about somebody yelling at me. Okay, it's a good song. But the reality of it is, for all of us that are here, we live in a culture where the police don't have to listen. They don't have to comply, but they force us to comply. Right? Yes. Comply or get the billy club. Comply or get the gun. Comply or get the taser. So many people have died by just asking questions. I was asking the question, why am I being detained? You have the right to do that. Do you know you have the right to ask an officer, why am I being detained? And the officer's supposed to tell you.
That's right.
You know what I got in my instance? Silence. Because he didn't know. The officer admitted in the court of law that he didn't know why he even talked to me. Yeah, I still got beat up. Yeah, I still face 5 days in jail, yet no one listened to me about what happened. We need to change that.
Right.
And that's why I'm fighting for bail reform.
Bail reform, yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Because what happens to somebody when they get thrown in jail? My bail was $85,000. 85, that's a lot of money.
right?
Do you know anybody that got 80,000 stacks just chilling? Do you know anybody? I don't know anybody that got 85,000 stacks chilling. So my mom, who's a very interesting individual, you guys should meet her, she's really nice. She's been a community activist her entire life. I got on the phone with her when I was over here in Elmwood, and she said, "What did you think? What did you think was gonna happen?" Of course I'm gonna bail you out. I've been prepared for this since the day you were born. But my thing is like, why? Why does she have to be prepared? Why does she have to be prepared for me, a black man? We know why. Because they don't listen. They never did, they never will. And it's time for us to make them listen.
That's right.
We have a story to tell. We have an opportunity here to change what goes on in our own prison system. It's time for us to raise up our voices every single day and not allow this abuse, not allow the opportunity for our men taken away from us. Because we need them here. We need our women here to lead us through. Because they take our leaders, right? Every single time. So I want to thank you guys for having me. I want to thank all of us who are here together trying to figure out a way where we can change this unjust and terrible system. Because it's time, it's been time. 525 years of time. It's time to go. Y'all ready? Yeah. Who's ready?
Yeah, they snatched up a lot of leaders, but a lot of us got paroled now. So we coming home. We here.